and welcome here tonight for the relegation playoff for the first leg. And I am Gary Walker, and I'm alongside here with my fellow pundit, Gary Hopper. Gary, before we head to this matchup between Pompey and Charford Saturday in this relegation playoff, what does this mean, this playoff, for any of the two teams? Ever since the playoff started just 4 years ago now, of having the relegation playoff to entertain the end of this football season here in the Republic States. Yeah, absolutely there, Gary. It's one of the biggest, most entertaining, last parts of the season, because there may be the Premier League side Los Andreas Pompey might lose to Charford Saturday, who came third in Division 1 this season, and they could get promoted. They could do, and be the third team to be promoted from Division 1 this season, unless Los Andreas Pompey win the two legs and actually survive for another season in the Premier League. There's all to play for here between these two sets of teams, but I can't wait to see who's going to be the better team after the two legs of the relegation playoffs here between these two sides. Okay there, Gary. And now let's get straight now into the action right now. Live here at St Charles Park Stadium is Los Andreas Pompey, as they will host here against Charford Saturday. And can Pompey get the best aggregate lead to take to the second leg next Wednesday? A big game here between the two teams here at St Charles Park Stadium. A late kick-off in this relegation playoff, as we know that we're going to have here Los Andreas Pompey to take on here in the two legs against a side who came third in Division 1 this season. And the both teams walk out onto the pitch. And we are live here at St Charles Park Stadium, the home of Los Andreas Pompey. A very disappointing season that Los Andreas Pompey had throughout the whole campaign. Obviously they lost Oliver Alder during the end of the 2021-2020 season to join Goldfield Boys United. He was replaced by Frank de Boer. He didn't last long as Los Andreas Pompey manager, as they were flirting around relegation, and then obviously Nuno came in and saved them that first season. But in the second season, Nuno was sacked during March at the start of the season. He was replaced actually by the manager of Dominic Tesikico, was replaced by him. But can he keep Pompey away from relegation throughout these playoff games for this week and also for next week? And here we go, let's get it underway right now, ladies and gentlemen. The playoff first leg between Pompey and Charford Saturday. And now here's Brenton Diaz. Okay, good defending there from the defender from Charford. And Charford Saturday have not been a Premier League side ever since the early 90s, actually. They were last been in this division as they were relegated in 1994. And it's been now at least in almost 30 years they have not played in the top flight of Republican football one bit. And maybe they could do it, and win this two-legged, hopefully, relegation playoff if they got a chance on being promoted and overtake Los Andreas Pompey in their spot for next season. And now Diaz, now to Xhaka, and now Hunter. Okay, lost the ball there now to here now to Kosovolov, now to Sebatovic, and now good ball there from Leon Dyer. Dyer's through there to Hunter. Hunter's through. Goal for Pompey. What a start to the matchup here, and that goal could be something for potential safety this season. Good pass all the way there to Alex Hunter. Puts Pompey in the lead. Beast past the keeper. 1-0. And now is Kosonovov. And now McIntyre. Now ping all the way. Header. Now is Kozleves. And now is McIntyre. And now all the way there to Speedman. Speedman with the ball here for Saturday. And it's going to be now a goal kick. Lost control of the ball there, and James Taylor will take it here for Los Andreas Pompey. And now, head, no. Now to Scholes. Dyer. Chances for Kanu. Oh, that could have been 2-0 for Pompey. Very close it was. They really probably want to win the two legs, of course, and keep their Premier League status for next season. At the moment, it looked like it had happened, it seems. Now, Xhaka, the captain, takes the corner into the box. Good defending away there from Charford Saturday. So, throw in here from Pompey here. And now, Granit Xhaka. And now, here's to, okay, Scholes. And now, here's to Scholes here. McIntyre. Okay, now to Nick Victor. Now to Routledge now to Kosovania now. Here's all the way now to Brenton Diaz. Good attack here from him. Now he finds it maybe. No, he doesn't. And now here's to Speedman. Okay, now back to Dennis Ashton. And now Speedman with the ball here. And now, okay, it's going to be now thrown here back to Pompey again. They'll be very happy that they are leading this game by 1-0. And now here's to Xhaka. Now all the way here now to McIntyre. And now Dennis Ashton. And now here's to Dennis Ashton again. Now Routledge. Okay, now is to Leon Dyer. And now all the way there to Alex Hunter. Scholes. Into the box. Save. And now all the way there. That's going to be that for the first half of the game. As it ends here as Los Andreas Pompey 1. Charford Saturday 0. We're back here now for the second half. And Los Andreas Pompey probably could take the lead into the second leg next week. It could happen. And now here's Xhaka. Now here's Campbell. Now here's Taylor. Okay, now here's to Scholes. And now here's to Dyer. Now Routledge. And now it's Hanbury. Now Xhaka. Now to Granit Xhaka now. Now Scholes. And now Brenton. Now Casanova now to Simperic. Now Taylor. Now to Granit Xhaka. Now Scholes. Now Casanova. And now is Spinach. Now to Hanbury. Hanbury, goal! And Charford Saturday have got themselves level in the match. That's potential for their hard work throughout the whole season in Division 1 to get themselves in this position here. And they could do something here, Charford. They could do. They've got another leg next week. They could maybe get themselves into the Premier League. And they haven't done that since 1994. Was the last time they ever played in that division. And Los Andreas Pompey, I've got to say, their track record in the Premier League has been very consistent. They haven't been down in Division 1 for so many years now. Ever since probably way back when they were promoted in 1983. Was actually the time when Los Andreas Pompey were promoted in the Premier League. But ever since then, Los Andreas Pompey have been a very stable Premier League club ever since. And to have them to go down into Division 1 will be something dramatic. It will be if that actually ever happened. And I think Los Andreas, their rivals, and Parantos will probably be laughing that one of their rivals could be heading down to Division 1 next season. That could happen. And now here's to now Xhaka now to now Spinovic. And now a good ball here. Now he does now Callum Gibson now with the ball. Knocks there to Sol Campbell here now for Pompey. And now Xhaka. And Leon Dyer. Now to Alex Hunter. And now to Routledge now for Charford Saturday. Imagine Charford knock out Pompey out of the league. It could happen. And now they've got the ball here alive. And now here's to Carnu. Now Carnu now pings it all the way. Now there's Casanova. Now McIntyre. Okay, now Pompey. Okay, won it back again here. Good. Now here's to Spinach. Now shot. Goal maybe. And it's gone wide. Very close. But it's gone wide though. So something should be made here. Pulisic and Luis comes on. And Scholes and Carnu comes off the pitch. We're in the 88th minute of the game, by the way, so it's almost nearly over here, the match. And now here's to Gibson. And now Xhaka. And now here's to Brenton. Brenton now. Into the box, bicycle kick, and that's all over. And that is a wrap here in the first leg as it ends here. Los Andreas Pompey 1, Charford Saturday 1 at the end of the first leg. A draw in the first leg of the relegation playoffs, and Charford Saturday have got themselves a goal in the first leg away from home against Los Andreas Pompey. And Gary, imagine if Charford Saturday pull this tie off and get themselves promoted. The first ever Division 1 team to get promoted through the relegation playoffs since it was actually formed in 2019. Absolutely there, Gary. It's probably big if they actually do so. You know, Charford Saturday, a team like them have always been a Division 1, Division 2 type of team for the last 30 years. They were in the Premier League many years ago they've been. But since then, they've lost their identity. They'd probably have financial, problems. They've been through administrations and a lot of things through their time as a football club. But for them to actually get a draw out of Pompey today, that really gives them a lot of confidence, of course, going into next week's second leg of the relegation playoffs. Because they actually pull that off in the second leg next week, then they may be promoted to the Premier League and knock out Los Andreas Pompey out of the league into Division 1. And Pompey have never been out of the Premier League ever since when they were out of it back in 1983. That was actually now 40 years ago. They've been a top division team of Republic States football. But they could be out of it, they could do, if they're not really careful enough for next week's second leg. And that's all I've got to say right there. Cheers there, Gary. And that's going to be a wrap here now for today for the first leg of the relegation playoffs. And I hope to see you next week for the second leg of the relegation playoffs to find out who will be promoted or maybe relegated by the end of next week, or unless Pompey win against Saturday and they keep themselves alive in the Premier League for another season and keep Charford Saturday in Division 1 next season. But that's all to play for the second leg next week. Goodbye.